Well, hello, Darkfish friends, for the final time from the service park here in Leon. Rally Mexico is done and dusted, and what a rally it has been. We really have enjoyed every moment of it, Luke Berry. Exceptional result at the end of the day for Sebastian Ogier.
Yeah, masterclass, I think is the word to use. And you've been saying it, you said it in a review, we've been talking about it a lot. He is driving at a level now that I think is just as good, if not better, than we've seen before. Everything is in control. All the factors in his life are perfectly balanced, and he leads the World Rally Championship, Colin, after missing Sweden. It's incredible.
Part-time driver leads the World Rally Championship, just shows his quality. Do you know what? You're right. Everything is coming together nicely for Ogier. Not that it wasn't all together nicely anyway, but he's in a very, very good place just now. He really is enjoying his rallying. We have to mention Vincent Londe as well, because, you know, clearly Benjamin Villas, and Benjamin is a world-class co-driver, but it just didn't seem to work out there, even though they won in Japan, didn't they? Was it Japan? Where did they win?
They won in Spain.
They won in Spain. But Vincent's jumped into the car, and Sebastian is as happy and as, you know, as really impressive as ever.
Yeah, it's all about the relationships, as you alluded to there. Nothing wrong with anything that Benjamin Villas did from a professional standpoint, but just something about Ogier and Vincent seems to work. They click.
Yeah.
And he said it before, Vincent reminds Ogier of Julian Ingrassia, and obviously with Julian Ingrassia, 7 won 8 World Championships, so something works, and it's great to see them be this good, even though they probably have no right to be honest.
No, absolutely, you know, but they came here as really firm favourites with the road position, with Ogier's experience here, the fact he'd won 6 rallies here previously. He makes it a record-breaking 7th this time around. Let's hear from him.
No, it's been a good weekend for sure, a strong one with a pretty well controlled race where I pushed when I needed and tried to manage the little gap I had when I had it. So no, obviously I'm very pleased. Also managed even to score maximum point in the power stage. So for sure it's a strong weekend.
What about the championship? Okay, you're maybe not better than ever, but you seem more relaxed than ever. A few more rounds, maybe a GOAT title, number 9, Seb.
I won't change my answer, honestly, Colin. It's I'm happy the way I am at the moment. I enjoy the rally. I have a lot of fun, but I still have no plan to do the championship. So yeah, we'll be on the next one, but I can already confirm that I won't be then the one after.
So many congratulations to Vincent, to Sebastian in particular, and to the whole of the Toyota team. An impeccable performance from them here. Just, as you said, to project him to the top of our driver standings. Oh dearie me, you know, what is that? Oh no, listen, it's great. Let's enjoy it while we can. You know, what that has done more than anything, Luke, is it's got us all gossiping and speculating as to what might happen.
Well, this is it, and there's we're all in the media centre, and immediately the conversation was, could Sebastian be tempted to do more rallies, and why not? You see, he's coming to Croatia. That's another chance. There's no reason to suggest he can't win there. In the form he's in, he's won there before. It's interesting for the rest of them. I think Elvin said it makes us all look a little bit silly that Seb's able to come and do this, but it's worth pointing out he did have an advantage this weekend with road position. The likes of Tanak, Rovanperä struggled with that, but it's an incredible story nonetheless.
It is. Now, an incredible story as for the win with Sebastian Ogier. That battle for second that really we've been watching for a good part of the rally. It's been an intoxicating battle between Elfyn Evans and Thierry Neuville. It did, as we anticipated, go right down to the wire, Luke.
It couldn't have got closer, really, and I have to say I feel really sorry for Elfyn with that suspension issue. Was it a suspension issue, a damper issue? I can't quite remember, but it was...
He talked about it, a compression in the long one, you know, 2 stages, just before the final 2 stages, and it was something to do with... They bent an arm, didn't they?
That's it,
on the suspension.
But there's nothing he can do about that, and so to actually manage that problem and only lose by 4/10 of a second, I think is actually really, really impressive driver. Not to take that away from Thierry. We know how good he is on a final day scrappy. We'll go for anything that's in front of him, but yeah, I think both those drivers, Elfyn and Thierry, can be very happy with what they've done this weekend.
They really can. Thierry Neuville in particular has impressed me this weekend. You know, again, road position hampering him on the Friday, but he battled away and he threw everything at it. I've mentioned this so many times this weekend, but it is about balance. If anything, Neuville was the one that was prepared to take the risk. That car at times, Luke, looked really, really tail end happy, difficult to drive. He was pushing it as hard as he could. on a rally where you don't really, unless you have to, you don't want to be doing that.
No, and it's worth saying it's the sort of performance that we gave Ott Tanak a lot of credit for last year as well. So we deserve to give the same to Thierry for that. It was, as you say, it was a gutsy drive, and I think for Thierry now, he might have to look to improve his Fridays, because he always seems to come alive on a Saturday and a Sunday. But to be fair, this weekend again, starting what he did on the road was difficult to make an impression on Ogier and Lapa, who are up there after the first day. But yeah, great drive from Thierry.
Yeah, fantastic drive. This is what he said at the end of the rally.
Like I mentioned already, it wasn't a trouble-free weekend for us. We had a couple of incidents which slowed us down, but a run without mistakes from our side. Good feeling in the car, not 100% where I wanted it to be, but we were capable of fighting for a decent result here this weekend.
Where is the car now? Cyril is suggesting that some of the things you tell us are maybe to give a little push to the engineers. Is the car, how close to 100% is it?
No, I mean, the struggle was there this weekend for sure. We were fighting hard to keep the car on the road most of the time, to be honest. We saw that in some sections the performance is there, but in some faster and wider sections we really were losing time each of the stages. Couple of more things, to be honest, which we're going to mention tonight, where we have to improve because it would make our life a little bit easier.
You know, that result for Neuville, it makes things really, really interesting in the Drivers' Championship. Yes, Ogier leads, and he, you know, as you heard in that interview, he has said he will not change his mind and do too many more rallies this year. We'll wait and see. So if we talk about our championship contenders, it's Neuville, it's Rovanperä, it's Evans, and it's Ott Tanak. It is so close. And Elfyn Evans for me is the really interesting one, because he is yet to hit, you know, his top form this season, and he's still right there. Yes, he could have done those extra points today, but you know, that was, as you said, out of his control. Evans, I think his confidence must be returning.
I think so, and he's never looked stressed this weekend.
Not at
no
all.
matter what anybody says, no matter what situations, he's always looked very assured about himself. And as you say, in terms of the championship, yes, it'd be even closer if Elfyn had beaten Thierry, but it's 9 points between second and fifth, which is in effect first to fourth if we discount Ogier. So it's incredibly tight, and this is what we want. Remember this time last year we had Cali was already, we're already thinking when, not if, is he going to win the championship. So this season it should go all the way, and that's exactly what we all need.
Well, let's see if Elfyn thinks the same thing. I'm sure he does.
We picked up some suspension arm damage, and then we had to try and brace it as best as we could. But obviously, you know, we couldn't be as aggressive as we normally would be with it. So any like really aggressive dips or bumps, jumps, we had to just take an edge off, and of course that cost us the seconds we needed really to hang on.
But will you go from here with confidence about how the car's performed on gravel, about where you're at? You know, Jari Mati's told us the steps are there, the positive forward steps are still there, still very evident.
Yeah, no, he's definitely moving in the right direction on all fronts. I think, you know, my driving is better suited to the car now, I feel, and even the setup has come to me also a bit better. Of course, there's still work to do, you know, but at least he's moving in the right direction.
Well, that was our top three, and many congratulations to all of our top three drivers. Fourth was Kalle Rovanperä. A quiet weekend from him. Disappointed with a mistake he made in the power stage loop.
Yeah, Elliot, our cameraman, was saying he's never seen Kalle look that angry behind.
I'd agree with that.
And I would agree as well.
Yeah.
It was a strange one. He just seemed to get a little bit loose and got the back end stuck in, and obviously that took parts out of the rear wing and everything. Did that cost him too much? I mean, probably cost him the stage to Tanak. Whether he would have beaten Ogier is hard to say. But yeah, it was quite a strange weekend from Kalle. There almost wasn't that much to talk about. He just sort of did what he could from where he was, and fourth, not that an exciting result, but it's important points for his championship.
You know, those were the moments that last year, his championship winning year, went his way.
Yes.
Gone against him this year. Danny Sordo in fifth place, you know, scuppered by that puncture on Friday, but Sordo continues to be the consummate team player. He does exactly what the team needs him to do, scoring good points as the second point scorer for Hyundai, contributing in the power stage with points as well. I'm not so sure he's enjoyed it as much as he would have liked to have enjoyed it. He wanted to be pushing for a podium here, but Sordo again himself drove really quite well this weekend.
He did, and as you say, it's hard to pick holes in him because he's the ultimate insurance policy for Hyundai. His job is to be that driver that guarantees them and safeguards some good points, and every single rally he continues to deliver that. So, as you say, yes, things that he had that straight. I think he called it a weird puncture. With the road position and everything, once he got that sorted, to fight back on Saturday and Sunday was difficult. So I don't think he can be expected to do much more than a solid top 5 finish.
Not after that
no.
puncture, absolutely not. Tanak had a difficult weekend. You know, that opening stage problem just knocked all of the fight, and we know Tanak's got an enormous amount of fight in him. But first on the roads, problems with the turbo in his Puma knocked all the fight out of him. But he battled after that to a degree, to get himself back into the points, and the power stage was a real bonus for him.
It was, but I have to say it was, as you mentioned it there, but it was really quite strange to see Tanak almost, because you kind of expect him just to give it everything, and it felt like he was at maybe 90-95%, but I can't really blame him for it when you're 12 and a half minutes down. What can you do from there? But yeah, I think there'll be a lot of head scratching between now and then. He's still not, and it's interesting, we were saying it in the media centre when the power stage was on, he's capable of the times, because he's not finding it easy to do, which I guess is not ideal when you're in a tight championship fight, but I'm sure it'll all work out for him.
Well, Oit's very much got his ideas about what's needed with that car. This is what he told us after the rally.
I mean, the car is there. The car has always been there. It's just, I think, me and the car is a bit mismatch, and it's probably a bit tricky topic at the moment. But let's see what the guys come up after the rally.
Is it a tricky topic because there's a lot of work to do? Is it a tricky topic because there's a time pressure involved? What is the tricky topic there?
Like I said, the car is there, and cheers. The car is there, and obviously the car is competitive probably in some other hands, but it's just for me. It's I would say it's not natural for me, and you know, I'm not able to deliver with the car like I should. So
let's talk about WRC2, because we had a wonderful field here in WRC2 this weekend. We had 3 former Rally 1 drivers. We had the reigning WRC2 champion, and the man who really delivered the class performance from start to finish without any issues whatsoever. Ogier-esque in the way that he delivered it without any dramas, which is unusual. The first time I've compared him to Ogier. What have I said? But Gus Greensmith deserves that, because it was a fantastically impressive performance.
Yeah, really classy performance. As you say, he was fast when he needed to be, and then he just controlled it when he had the lead, and others had some slight problems. And it's a big statement. I know he said to us he didn't think he needed to prove anything, but I think he's proved a lot to a lot of people this weekend to come back into this class. And against, I don't think many people fancied him to beat Solberg this weekend. And I know Solberg had some issues, but yeah, hats off to Gus, because it was a very, very mature drive.
Really mature drive from Gus Greensmith this weekend.
It was the perfect weekend for us. We had no trouble whatsoever, so that just really helps the situation. He was in front early on and then couldn't manage it, so it was a great result, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as that for the rest of the season. I think it's going to be a great battle with Oliver, with Lindholm. I think we're going to have a real close battle season, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it was spot on. On the Friday, we knew that it was quite a tricky day, quite a rough day. People were going to have problems, and yeah, just managed to pace well. Kept our cool in the morning when the softs weren't working, and then pulled the gap in the afternoon. And from there, just slowly catch a monkey, just open the gap up. And yeah, today was just about controlling it, and it was nice and easy.
Well, I think we have a wonderful season to look forward to, not just in the top class in the WRC, but also in WRC2 this year. Luke, your first time in Mexico, I'm sure you're going home with lots of lovely memories. Yeah, you've enjoyed it, I guess.
I have, and we've said it all throughout all these videos, but the colour and the atmosphere here, it's something special. Granted, I've not been to that many WRC rallies yet, but I don't think either of the ones I've been to so far have lived up to the vibe and the atmosphere. It's a great place to come and visit, and we've had another great rally to entertain ourselves with.
So we will keep our fingers crossed, cross your fingers, Luke, our fingers crossed that we're back here next year. Folks, we've enjoyed every minute of Rally Mexico. I hope you have as well. 4 weeks until Rally Croatia. Don't forget the place to be for all the news that's developing between now and Rally Croatia. It's dirtfish.com.